Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sarah Zainab and I'm going to be your instructor of this course named as Classical Drama. This is the introduction of this course. This is not a lecture but an orientation of this course, Classical Drama, and here I'll discuss the term classical drama, what is classical drama, and I'll discuss the direction through which we will study this course, classical drama, right? First of all, I want to discuss the word classical. Students, the word classic can be either an adjective or a noun. Similarly, a classic thing is something that is in some way typical for its class. So, classical means traditional or being present for a long time. And if we see the dictionary meaning of classical, then it is relating to ancient Greek or Latin literature, art, or culture. And this word classical also represents an exemplary standard within a traditional and long established form or style. So the word classical is related to first class or first top priority rank established especially in literature or art. And this word classical also pertains to established principles in discipline. So through the definition of classical, through this term, you can understand the significance of your course, classical drama. After discussion of the word or the term classical, it is very important to go through the term drama, the word drama. Students, drama is basically a word that is derived from Greek word which means action. And comedy and tragedy are two traditional generic division of drama. But if we hear the word drama, the one thing that comes in our mind is a genre of film that contains a serious information. And the older meaning of drama refers the definite type of fiction that is meant for stage performance. While if we analyze uh, drama as a genre, a very important genre of literature, then we can define drama as a piece of writing which is artistically presented with dialogues. So, a drama is attractive, impactful, and real as it presents characters along with natural and credible aspects. And for understanding, we can say that it is very similar to the short story as it also comprises characters, plots, setting, as well as symbolism. But the short story and novel have a demarcation as these are not performed in front of audience. While a play, a drama is meant to be performed on stage. So we can say that drama provides a live setting where the characters are real and demonstrates the story in a natural way. Moreover, a play carries more influence and mostly it motivates the audience easily. So we all know things which are visual have more trustworthiness and fidelity. So drama is very effective, is very impactful as far as its characters are concerned, as far as its settings are concerned, as far as the actions are concerned, as we can say that drama is full of variety. Its dialogue, its actions, and its creativity and everything. Students, classical drama is basically an umbrella term, and under this term, we have a lot of books to read. So, here I have selected some of the major directions to understand the significance of this course. The first one is story outline, the plot of the drama. The second thing that we will discuss is the themes. The third thing that we will see the tragic effect of story, the tragedy of drama. The next thing is about tragic hero. The fifth one is the characters of drama. And the last thing that we will study the important lines, the important textual lines of that drama. Plot is very important. To understand classical drama, you have to understand the plot of that drama. And according to Aristotle, plot means the arrangement of incidents. Incidents means the action, and the tragedy, that is an imitation of an action, both internal and external. So, uh, according to Aristotle, the different events, the organization or the arrangement of incidents are said to be the plot of the drama. And according to Aristotle, a plot is the most important element in tragedy, and it is the underlying principle of tragedy. So, here's the definition of plot, that plot comprises exposition, a rising action, as well as the falling action, climax, and resolution. And after the exposition, the main conflicts come, and finally, the resolution that provides a conclusion. This is what a plot is. The next important direction of reading classical drama is themes. If we see the literal meaning of theme, then the theme is the idea that recurs in or pervades a work of art or literature. And in simple words, we can say that it is the idea, it is the central topic, it is the subject of talk, it is a piece of writing, or the message within a narrative that author is trying to convey through his writings. So it is the underlying message or the big idea or the critical belief that author is trying to convey. So a theme is the central subject, like the examples are pride, suffering, death, honesty, loyalty, courage, compassion. So these are the central subject, these are the central idea or message um, of the writings. In this slide, I'm going to discuss the types of drama. The first one is tragedy, and tragedy is well defined in Poetics by Aristotle, and this is your task to find out the definition of tragedy that is presented by Aristotle. Here, I just clear your concept about tragedy, that tragedy is a play which is written and based on social, religious, and personal issue. In tragedy, a series of actions are developed with a noticeable magnitude of characters. Most importantly, it is not a narrative as it provides actions. In tragedy, the protagonist carries a tragic flaw that is called hamartia, and sometimes the character shows the arrogance or pride, and it ends with an unavoidable downfall. The second form of drama is comedy. Comedy showcases the sense of rebirth, and hence this type of drama usually ends with the weddings or expectations of new generation. Here characters are represented in a comic and absurd ways. Comedy ends with the happy occasion. The happy ending drama is called comedy. The next one is melodrama. In melodrama, the problem is occurred by the external forces and sometimes the protagonist becomes the victim of situation. Here, good and bad characters are distinctly presented. So in this slide, only three types of drama are discussed, and in the next slide, I'll discuss some more types of drama. Here are some more terms that are related with drama. The first one is tragic comedy. This type of drama portrays the life or situation in a realistic way. Here, the characters and the plot are non judgmental and it ends unpredictably. In short, it is a mix of tragedy and comedy. Next term is monologue. Monologue is a term or is, is a type uh, that is used in drama when a character gives a long speech to silent listener on the stage. And the purpose of monologue is to give more details about a character, plot, or situation. And in monologue, the character shares his internal thoughts and internal feelings and it shares with the audience. The next term is soliloquy. Soliloquy is basically a Latin word. Solo. Solo means to oneself and liquor means I talk. So when a character speaks to himself, it is called soliloquy. And that character is the alone character that reveals personal thoughts to the audience. The next one is aside. Aside means to one side or the out of way. When a character secretly makes a remark to the audience and the other characters cannot listen is called aside. So this is all about the orientation of this course and here I have tried my best to clear you the concept, the term of classical drama and I have discussed some of the directions through which we will study this course. Thank you very much.